Hello, this is Alekius, and welcome back to another episode of Shadow Empire as Phoenixstate. It's been 2 months since I last released a video for this, and there's been a reason for that. Of course, the robotic soldiers imagery missing is a concern. Also notice that we are at war with Belelier packs, finally. Happened just this last turn. If I hit play, we'll see what you missed as they did their opening moves, pushing us back in 2 battles from that border group that we had. Not much time has passed though, as you can see up here. It's been just a couple turns. So they did not waste any time. One of the good news aspects of this is we finished our demetallization 4 plant. Started a new one in Phoenixstate, which I'm not seeing. It was Phoenixstate, wasn't it? Oh no, I didn't hit start because I wanted you all to see it. Which is only 375 metal per turn. So we're getting started on that. Some of the other things, deposits in Tori. Tori's a new town. I don't think I showed that on screen. And then 4 turns until our Decade of Corruption drops. And of course the war with Belelier packs. Tori being down here. Militia plaque. Yeah, let's make it extra fancy. I don't like plenty happy. Welcome Knights demand that you hire their kid. No. New advisor. NG Undergood or Underwood. Lily Rigel. Make the advisor Angie. Roaming Thieves in Maxburg. No reason not to give Max support. A little bit of danger. And Starkshan's governor. We have Ignatius Newdark, who is pretty good. Gwen Johnson might actually be a little better. Democracy and Militia, minus on Commerce for Ignatius. Ignatius will probably be a little bit happier. Terazed, a little bit higher capability. Art and Democracy. And a really good investigator at that. I'm liking Lola on this one. How old are these people? 19. 25. 25. I'm going to assign Gwen instead. Better stats for intelligence and charisma. Like Lola has a little bit more charisma. I'm gonna mess myself back. We'll do Lola. Then let's take a look at where our troops are and what we can do. Push back the slavers. Yeah, we'll add in both. which prevented damage. No return fire expected. Okay then. We can do a follow-up attack. Not without some potential damage though. 15 for 1 is a lot though. Especially against slavers, not a major. Four to 1. I'll wait till we consolidate. I want to do casualty containment. Because we have to figure out how we're going to hold this end of things. Does not look to be going well. They are set in the charge posture. We'll set them to retreat. I'll give them a defensive bonus. Meanwhile, we have some militia here, so we can slow them down. Ooh, including a tank destroyer. Might be a militia tank destroyer, but that's okay. Then we'll get our other militia moved forward. Much as I would like to replace these with real troops, I just don't think it's a good idea right now. Ones are set for retreat or charge. And I am not prepared to move forward with the forces in place. We have a choice of defense, hold the line, or entrench. Plus 40% to their value or 50% to their entrenchment. We get an entrenchment value of 150 for most of them. I think we'll go with defensive on this one.
Understood.
And then we have the northern front, which not fully reinforced, but I am going to try to push on this. Get our troops into position. If we can get to that river, all the better. We can stand by. It gives us a bit of a push. And what are our postures? I'll let these ones down here. They are set to economize, which, given the logistics, makes sense. Then we have our defensive and retreat. Have lots of charge cards. don't necessarily need to go immediately into the offense. Where did I think I disabled them because I was about to form the new groups of tank destroyers. If I were to raise that formation, Battalion, OHQ, looking through our various formations to see what might be a little bit realistic. Maybe I should do it by percentage. So we could get a destroyer brigade outright, or we could try to get a one with infantry to soak up losses and artillery to support and disrupt. And we have enough for a whole nother infantry brigade, but that's a bit rough. We can't really get a core of anything. The infantry brigade just is not very big. A little bit likely to get chewed up. Can put some light tanks, machine guns, and RPGs. We could go the Destroyer Grenadier Brigade. I don't think we really need the support. Let's give us more squishy infantry to soak up losses. Or the destroyers, but I like having the destroyers. That's what we realistically can get. So, Destroyer Assault Brigade looks like the most likely. I want that out here somewhere. Actually, let's take a look at current points. What do we have left? Throw them up here. I would like to take their capital though, so down here might be the better option. And we raise them here. Looks like we can. We'll have most of the tanks, we'll just be lacking motorized and artillery, I believe, with what we have now. So, we have the tanks. We can produce the motorized. We might not be able to. We will not be producing the soldiers. We will not be producing the artillery. We do have enough metal for that. So we'll have a little bit of artillery. Motorized, we'll be lacking infantry. Can fill that out though. We fill it out with soldiers if we need to. We have no lack of extra manpower right now. We have a dire need of metal, so I'm thinking that's the better option. And yeah, the artillery is going to be too much to make right now. That gives us a fair amount of tank destroyers to throw into the fray. Okay, we'll go ahead and raise that. They should be able to move forward next turn. We need to have somebody in place to set up a posture. They're set up for charge. They're set up for charge. These ones should really be defensive since they're formed of robotic soldiers. Possibly even hold the line. Yeah. Do that. We still have flesh and bone soldiers in the formation, but we're fixing that. And they're set for entrench. I'm going to switch that to charge as well, as long as we continue to have enough political power for it. Destroyer brigade we'll get in a little bit. We'll look at the... Actually, take a look at the bottlenecks. It's going to be more informative right now. They're set for a charge, which is not what we want. We want them to retreat. Entrench, maybe. We do have the mountainside. We'll fall back a hex, which would put them plains, plains, low mountains, plains, to high mountains, low mountains, plains, plains, sand. That's a trade-off. But only one hex front into the sands. Let's go ahead and do that. Back up one hex and switch to entrench.
Understood.
We definitely use a formation out here somewhere. I don't think we're going to be able to raise one. We can get some infantry supported by tanks, or we could get a grenadier brigade. Tanks or grenadiers? We'll go with the grenadiers. Cannot afford them. We have the tanks already. We'll produce the LMGs and RPGs. We'll use up the metal. We won't have any of the cheap infantry yet. But we'll have the formation in place. They can start deploying. There we go. There's our 14th Infantry. Taking a look further, we have our 1st Heavy Infantry down here, which we need to start backing up. To respond to Belelier up here. With primary being blocking over here. Well, no, I'm going to throw them straight into the mountains. We'll raise another formation to put into that section, especially since we'll have a lot more metal next turn. We look at the preview, we'll have roughly 1100. On a seed, demetallization, perfect. And we'll buy some more metal here in a second. 55 isn't much. Costs an arm and a leg. Don't really care about that aspect. We need the metal. That takes us through the entire group. They're set for economize, and these ones are set for economize. We'll leave them economize. We're going to switch them probably next turn. Other strats to use. We could potentially pose peace. worth their way to angry. Although now the difficulty for gifts has dropped significantly. It looks like we might be able to end this if we want to throw money at them. We'll give it a couple turns, see how it works. Like, we do want to have a fight with Belelier packs. I was looking at their military, which is disgusting. I am not looking forward to fighting that many troops. They have 270 dinosaurs. Okay. Pardon me. That population is going to be hard to overcome. Spies. We're missing spies in Rochu. Or Rochelle. We'll just bump a bunch more in. No problem with that. Nation efficiency drive is the natural. 1200, it's not a lot. Everything else I'm fine with. I'm not too worried. Be nice to do a retirement. Well, I think we've trimmed out a lot of the leaders that we're having trouble with. Capability. Seniority. More charisma, intelligence. Like natural relation points. Okay, that's a little bit low, but not bad at all. Seniority is very high though. Let's look at current relations. We have that's low. Charlie Valerian. Part of the warrior army. Democracy Enforcement Fist. Charlie Valerian. Tire him out. Everybody else is higher and gonna be. We don't have the political power at this point. Going back to the mini-map, let's take a look at our cities. Happiness, happiness. Looking through that real quick to see where any of our issues might be. A little bit of a drop. Not bad though. And we do have things under construction in a lot of these places. Barracks will have help there. Do not have something under construction here to help with this. They need something. But we could also be losing this Naxburg sometime soon. Bitcom station under construction. Universities and hospitals, as well as privately held institutions of the same. And the barracks. Meanwhile, workers, we have plenty there. We're short 600 here. So we'll send 600. Blacksburg is short 1,000. Another 1,000 there, and we'll let natural take its course elsewhere. Should be fairly stable everywhere. Albion will need a couple more. Tennessee will need some more as the construction starts. Heat dig's coming down, so is Detmold. But this is for bringing the demetallization plant up to full. We have all that in place. I don't want to use any of the metal for upgrades to troops. We did all the recruiting we're going to be doing. And I think that's good enough to continue on. Interested to see Belelier's response in the northeast. I'm going to try to take Belelier's capital. If we can, great. If we can't, I'm going to back off and switch to a defensive stance there and see about reinforcing one of the places where we have gaps. Even losses there, but they pushed us back. It's down south. And then we have the slavers trying to push us back. That's not going to work out well for them. Should be close to... Yep, there we go. Only lost 200 infantry. Operationalization of mechanized heavy siege infantry. Nothing special in our cards. Alright, let's take a look. Keep voting rights to soldiers. No, I'm not going to take your candidate. Destroyer infantry army. I would like to see that. I would like to see motorized though. Or mechanized destroyer. Heavy armor grenadier. Oh yeah, these are all the armored sections, and then we have the infantry sections. Heavy storm grenadier. I do want the heavy sections. Heavy grenadier, storm infantry. Let's do the grenadier infantry first. Minor worker strike. We'll give them money for the democracy. Waste disposal, critical success. And we have a couple commanders we have to appoint. Buzz Beetlejuice, good war, good charisma, high capacity. Maya Jellyman. Decent war and charisma, capacity is a little bit less. So the Destroyer Assault Brigade, I want to have one of our better commanders. Okay. I thought we created two sections, so I would have expected that to be the other one. Oh, the HQ disappeared because we didn't have it populated with anybody. Okay. How much metal do we have? We have plenty in reserve, so we can start using that. Unit admin. Where was it again? I always forget where this is when I go to do it. Missing HQ. We'll reform blank. And we can do it with troops. There they go. Alright, let's go through. Let's start with the slavers again. They're done. Frees up other infantry. We'll attack two fronts, 16 to 1 odds. Follow-up attack. Push them up here, and these ones will push back the mechanized forces of the slavers. We have plenty of industrial points, so let's get the road continued on. 1600. And we'll pause there, that should help. Which I do want to get a city built down here for the rares. I don't know if that was, I think that was on video, so everybody should know about that. Don't mind pushing a little bit, as long as we don't overexpose. That'll be a weak point in the front, that's fine. Oh, more militia. Militia coming in handy. They're entrenched. I'm expecting artillery attacks, so we're going to stand by and get into position before we get within 1 hex. And because we have nothing but, oh, they have the artillery. Not overly heavy though. They may be in a position to assist at least these two with the assault on Belelier. Meanwhile, our robotic corps will continue on, taking the mountains. We're gonna need some signs. I don't think we need that. So don't need to go that way. Don't dilute those supplies. Just push it down there. They can continue on forward. No backfilling. No backfilling. Well, that's coming from there all the way down here. Alright, let's get rid of these then. What I don't want is backtracking on supplies. I want it only to go forward. Like that. Alright, that works better. Shouldn't need any in that direction. They shouldn't need any in that direction. They have no alternative though, so they're going to continue doing it until we open this road. That's fine, that's fine. There's no reason not to do get a sealed road. 156, yeah, that's nothing. That connects us to their network, and we can now use it. Pushing forward. We have our defensive position. What do we have here? Oh, a whole battle group. These are the ones I am concerned about. Heavy battle dress, as well as battle dress in a large enough group. To have a lot of combat value. I'll stand by though, we'll see where it goes. Meanwhile, we'll just try to snag some territory here and there in a way that prevents them from punching through as we work up our assault on Belelier. They're fine. These ones will start pushing out. Something like that. And last but not least, first heavy infantry. That should give them a little bit of pause. Meanwhile, let's take a quick look at happiness. A little bit of a drop here from corruption of the governor. I think we've had this issue before. Duncan Joven Don. Yeah, we're not going to succeed. Well, let's just go ahead and do a local referendum. Huh, didn't get voted out. Okay. I was hoping for a little bit of a boost, but I misread the card. It's fine. Not going to worry about it too much. I have a little bit of all the assets. We'll try to counteract with a little bit higher amenities. So we'll start with University 2. Heat dig. Happiness is fine. Darksham. Golding. Civica. Maxburg. And Tory. Take a look asset wise. I think those are both on 100% construction. I want to see the demetallization didn't make good progress, but that was to be expected considering the shortage of metal last turn. Everyone else is moving forward. Albion, we're looking at relatively even on metal. Still need to be careful. Continue to buy all the metal we can, using the efficiency drive to pay for it. Not management, but reports, spies. Good right now. What was the other thing I wanted to do with the cities? Oh, yes. Workers. Too many workers. They're down. These are the ones that are short. We need 600 here.
Roger that.
And 500 here.
Yes, sir.
Tory is short. So all excess goes there. And then we can get to... We'll wait on the strategy cards. We want to fix everything else first. Harleys, what is our model? At obsolete, we want motorcycles. We are Harley 2. So those are our bike. Rifle militia. Go ahead and scrap those. Must have missed them at some point. We have a few light tanks. Or no, the Abrahams are the light tanks. Abraham 3s. Those are good. Same with the Cooper 3. Yes. We have everything we need. Infantry wise, we have a lot of outdated soldiers here and there. What I would like to do is get the Alphas Warrior 2s out in numbers. What else do we have? We have the old artillery, so we need 40, 50 at least. Plus we have some more coming in with the Destroyer Assault Brigades, I believe. We'll just make 50 if we can. So, artillery. Oh, I'm blind. 50 will cost us 350 metal. Is it worth it? I'm gonna go no for now. I'm gonna hold off on artillery replacement. RPGs, we do have some old ones. Quite a few. Machine guns. Quite a few old ones there as well. Tank destroyers as well. Just the old ones. We have not upgraded to the new ones. And we have our walkers. I'm fine with the old tank destroyers. They're quite capable. So where are we lacking? We need some haulers. We need some tank destroyers. Willing to spend on that. Buggies. Then we have our robotic soldiers. That is literally all of our high tech. We don't want to do quite that much. We'll get a modest amount. We'll try to fill out our RPGs instead. We don't want to use all the metal. Leave about 500 in reserve. Be sent out to the various cities. And that means we're not going to recruit a new group, much as I really want one up right here in particular. We might do that next turn. Also like to upgrade some groups, make them larger. Like, I do not like using brigades. 4 is where it's at for this level of combat. And yeah, our casualties are so low it doesn't even register. Oh, I forgot to do the strategic cards. That's alright. We'll have political power for next turn. We didn't have any buys to worry about. We did our efficiency drive. That's the bare minimum. Later pushing forward in expected places. Rebuffed their advance into the mountains. I need more troops here too. Brigade here. Brigade here. Water deposits. Age. Electric engines. Excellent. Taking a look. No, thank you. I don't want your candidate. Military Research Council. What can we discover with military? Better place to check that would be here. Discovery is not currently possible, so we're not going to change it. Model design, I don't think there's anything we can discover. No changes there. And military research. Cause small arms, rocketry, packs, automated beam guns, liquid armor, shield generator. All things I'm looking for. Fusion engine would be nice. For that we need either jetpacks or tactical nukes. Alternatively, we can get shield generator, beam guns, and try to get to advanced photonics. I'm gonna go for the shield generator. That will be a force multiplier. Crack doctors, critical success, excellent. Art or democracy? Let's get a battle banner.
Order acknowledged.
New commander for 14th Grenadier Assault. Which Chunk Siluwalker. D Siluhill. And Maya Gilliman. Gilliman was the one we were looking last turn. I think she's a better choice overall. She has a little charisma to go with her military. Metals holding steady. Asset wise. Construction. Like holding, made a school. Darkshans is making an arena. Dome Farm and Conasea. It's all gonna soak up some of our Dome Farm here. It's gonna soak up some of our free population, but we're underemployed right now. Got a lot of spare population, finally. And so I'm not too worried about them sapping off a little bit. While I'm on the subject of cities, let's take a look. Let's see, Beateg, Detmold, here. A little bit down. Low quality of life, we're fixing that. Down over here. Quality of life. So we're good on both those fronts. Taking a look, we should have full employment for the public sector in just about everywhere. Except down here in our smallest cities. 600 here. To Pacifica. Then we have Naxburg, needs 600.
Yes, sir.
I believe that leaves Tory with 600. Although they actually recruited some.
Roger that.
Alright, we have them almost full. We are a hair away from keeping up. Meanwhile, let's finish off these slavers. Try to cut them off a little bit. And done. No more slavers. Now we just have to worry about those independents. Supply from road should be 4 hexes, so 4 hexes. Push supply a little bit further. Hopefully we can wrap that side up. And redeploy those troops. These troops are in retreat status. Overextended a little bit there. They're not going to be able to do anything to those guys. We'll pull them back to the city. They'll squat on the road. They're going to stand by. Excellent, they can participate. Let's get everybody in position. Looks like a 2-pronged attack is the best we're going to be able to manage. The odds do not look good. A little bit of caliber matrix. We are not. Yeah, the tank destroyers don't do well in the city. Pull you off the offensive. The enemy is overstacked for sure. They have their own caliber matrix issues. I think it's an uphill battle. But let's see what our first major clash. Oh, yep, it's bad. It's very bad. Oh, yeah. We didn't lose any tank destroyers. We really didn't lose all that many troops. Ah, I forgot to get a strategy assigned to these guys. We'll get them blitzkrieg, that'll be good.
Understood.
And hopefully that'll help next turn, because we can have them assault from more directions. There'll be a follow-up. That was not a disaster, thankfully. Keep our robotic troops moving forward. Traffic side, we want to block that direction. Can we assault? We could. Not very good terrain for it, but we could. We'll move up a little bit. Bring you across. You can go a little deeper. You can seek to cut off their line of retreat. If they don't back up, or significant relief forces don't come up, we're going to cut them off and we'll try to destroy this group. We'll get bombarded this turn, which would be terrible. Have a lot of artillery there. Have not made contact on that end. Double check, what are our postures? All east front postures should be set. In the west, not quite. What strategies do I want for you? Might just leave it set. Forced march is an option, just to set it up. Retreat is an option. Retreat would make sure we don't take losses overextending. Forced march allow us to snap up a little bit more territory, get into a better position. I'll go with the retreat stratagem. Meanwhile, this group is still in economize. We are about to be in full contact, or partial contact, really. These ones are primarily regular heavy infantry. They're going to be setting up in the mountains though. We can stabilize the front. I would like a entrench card. For now I'm going to leave them in a retreat status. Now for those extras, I could use another brigade here to set up in the mountains. I really need a corps over here to start setting up a line of defense. Start with the brigade since that'll be easy. Preferably heavy infantry. Heavy grenadier infantry, yeah, those. Alphys, yeah, let's stay away from that. Do the soldiers. 7. LMGs, ARPGs. We can do that. It'll be the full formation. In putrescent green. Oh, I wasn't paying attention and we've run long. Also using up a lot of energy. Did I already look at this? Yes. Okay, we're good on the cities. We already spent the colonists. Don't need to look further at the cities. We raised a brigade over there. Pacifica. We could actually raise a corps. It's gonna be taxing though. Too much metal. I can't just... Well, it'll let me. That's enough. We'll at least start getting them rounded up. Buy our metal.
Yes, sir.
Buy our high tech. 4,000.
Yes, sir.
Basically 7 units. Then we'll look at our replacement troops. Let's do 6, bring us back down to 40 high-tech parts. We'll get our light hauler replacement. And then we'll get mostly RPGs. Sure. What if we recruit regular soldiers? How many could we get? 13. Whereas we get 8 ARPGs. We need to fill out our ranks. We're desperately short on troops. Meanwhile, let's take a look at the spies review. We are good. Get our efficiency drive in. Or even 2, because we didn't. Oh, we did one last turn. But we are spending a lot of money now. Do we have a Mission Impossible? We can afford to do it. That's a fate point. We now have 2. Or we could start buying 50 political points to do it again. I'm not quite at that point yet though. What other things can we get? Traveling teachers, viewpoint. The ones I'm most interested in. That makes ease of mining. The high-tech vault, maybe, because we'll get machines out of it. Security outpost. We have options. I don't think we need to use any of them quite yet, though. But with that, I'll call this episode to an end. Appreciate you staying till the end. Please leave a comment. Let me know what you think. I will see you all next time. Take care, everyone.